We're going into 2025. I'm glad that you guys could come. Wade and I aren't doing anything either. We're just gonna sit around and we'll probably be in bed by 9:30, like always. But but I'm glad you could come. And the thing that I have on my mind tonight is just my why. And I was thinking about it, and I have always said I wanted to be exceptional and just different, you know? But I always was always trying to fit in because I never did fit in. So in school, I was just made fun of, bullied, all that stuff. I'm not going to go into all that, but so I wanted to be like everybody else, like the cool kids, not everybody. I wanted to be like cool kids. So I want to be like, I want to be cool. I wanted to be able to dress cool, but we didn't have any money. Uh, Everything was hand me downs. Or yard sale stuff or stuff that given to us. And I just wanted to be one of the cool kids. And I didn't want to be so geeky. And I had braces, not the cool kind they have now that go to the front of your teeth. They're the big bands that wrapped all around your teeth. And I have thin hair and it was always greasy. I was just a geek. And I was very shy. I always wanted to be so cool. And I wanted to be like everybody else. But I realized as I got older that being like everybody else was just like 100, like one daisy out of 100 that all looked the same, and it was just like, being like everybody else was blah. The reason I say that is because I was just thinking about this year, I'll be 58 in October this coming year, and it just blows my mind. And I always think about that, and the older I get, and then when you see funerals like this, it's like, wow, what kind of legacy, I guess, or reputation do I want to leave behind to my kids and my grandkids and people who knew me and stuff like that. And the word to me always comes up that I want to be exceptional. And I started really thinking about that the last couple weeks. What does exceptional really mean? The word in itself says it. You are the exception. You're different. You're not like everybody else. You stand out. People think you're a little weird. You're an exception from the norm. You're a different standard, you know? And that's really what I want to be, a different standard. I want to more set the bar than people tell me you have to meet this bar, because the bar for most people is so low, and I don't want to be in the low bar. I want to be something better than that. I want to do something better with my life. I want to feel better about myself than just this is what, I've had women talk down to me about having big dreams. And why do you want to eat like that? Why do you want to go to the gym like that? Why do you want to start your own business? Why are you and Wade running a fitness business at 57? Why did you start it at 51? Who do you think you are to be telling people how to eat? And you aren't a doctor. You aren't, you know, I'm a nutritionist, but I'm definitely not a doctor. Um, just talk you down from really being your best. When your best is uniqueness, it's odd. Sometimes it makes you feel uncomfortable to be different. It makes you not fit in with everybody else. And when we're young, we see that as a negative a lot of times, when it's really not. It's really beauty. It's really allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself, and that doesn't look like anybody else. And that's what I think that makes us different at Bod Babes too, because it really wasn't just about weight loss to me. It was about, if it was about 10 or 15 pounds or 45 pounds that I lost, it would be okay. But that's not real motivating. But to me, it's really about becoming my best, like being a better version of myself, feeling good in my own skin, That kind of thing. That's what it's about. And that is my why. I really want to be my best. And I think sometimes I have said, this is my best. And I was setting the bar low for myself. And the bar was way down here. I thought, yeah, this is good enough. Well, it wasn't. I could do much better and I could rise above that. And I think I've learned so much of that, guys. It sounds really stupid, but I've learned so much of it through the journey of even my gym journey. Like, Michelle, you understand, both Michelles, you understand this. Going into the gym and wondering, can I do this? Not very long ago, Michelle N was saying, I don't know if I can do this stuff. And he had surgery and all that. Now we got the other Michelle who is going through the same kind of thing, wondering, am I going to get back on my feet? Can I do this? You know, that's a point where both of you could have given up and just said, this is good enough. I'm whatever age you are. And most women aren't doing this well. So I can just stay right here. But what you have done, both Michelles, is raise the bar, raising the standard for yourself. You don't have to be, you don't have to do what you're doing right now. You could just say, I'm good enough. This is pretty daggone. You could look at Martha across the street and go, well, I am Martha, so I'm doing pretty daggone good. You know, but you don't do that. You've raised the bar. Same with Terry. Same with Andrea. You know, Terry talks about how she lost 200 pounds, and here she is. She has just raised the bar for herself. It's awesome to see. Her testimony is awesome. But that's what I'm talking about, being an exceptional woman, not one that just fits into the mold or the standard of normal. We got some abnormal women here in Bod Babes. We're abnormal. If people ask you if you're normal, I always tell my granddaughter, I said, I'm not normal. And she goes, Mama, you're weird. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you for calling me weird. She goes, that's not even funny. And I said, you're weird too. She goes, I'm not weird. I don't want to be weird. I said, embrace weird. Weird means you're just different than everybody else. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to be different than everybody else. You know, it's like what makes you stand out. If we've got a room full of daisies that all look the same, none stand out. And you put a peony in the middle of it, and oh my gosh, what do you see? The peony. It's different. It's beautiful. Peonies are some of my very favorite flowers. And so it's different. It's beautiful, right? But if you have a room full of peonies, it's a gorgeous room. But they really don't stand out. And you have one unique peony in there. And it's like the one that catches your eye. That's the one that stands out. And see, that's how I see you ladies at Bod Babes. We don't have to do this. We don't. We can keep the bar low for ourselves and we can say, oh, good, this is good enough. But I see a bunch of women in here that are raising the bar for themselves to be the best that you can be. To be the, you know, I heard somebody say, you're like a diamond in the rough. We hear that, you know, you're a diamond in the rough. Well, you can stay in the rough, or you can be like us ladies here and you can start chipping off the crap yourself, chipping it away and chiseling all that rough stuff off, that dark stuff that hides your beauty, and shine that diamond up, shine yourself up, and give that to your family, to your friends, to your going to be new husband, Michelle, to those around you, and just let them see that. And that is, oh my gosh, that is what I'm talking about, being exceptional. And that's what we are here. We're not just about losing 10 pounds, 15 pounds. I really don't believe that. I really believe that the women are just about that, getting fit for a vacation. Oh my God, that I'm so over that. That was like 40 years ago. It seems like, you know. I want to be different. I want to be when I'm 80 to be able to go, and if I want to run down the street, I want to be able to just maybe not run far, but I want to be able to run down the street if I have to, or if I just want to. I'm not a runner, so that sounds odd, but I want to be able to lift a weight, curl a 20 or something, you know? I don't know. I just want to be different. I don't want to be the standard of normal. How about you guys? Is that how you feel? Maybe we all feel a little bit differently about it, but I think it's such a beautiful thing that we all have standards for ourselves. And I'm going to talk about this again, and I may have said this last week. I wonder if I did, but it's worth repeating. I have the other Terry. Her son is very fit, and he's a younger boy, and he's abs, all the stuff. And this is recent, like in the last couple years for him, that he started really getting into his fitness and the way he eats and working out. And she said, do you know that his friends say, what is, he's getting a little weird with it. Like he's worried about why he eats all the time. He's a little obsessive about his eating. That's what they said, right? But what the weird thing is, was when he was eating crap and he was out of shape for a young man, they had no problem with it. See what I'm saying? But he became the exception. He became truly exceptional. And now, he's a little obsessive. There might be something he might come back off that a little bit. You don't need to worry about everything you put in your mouth. Now, if we stand back and we judge that, I'm going to look at the boy who's looking at everything he puts in his mouth and say, wow. As long as he doesn't have an eating disorder, and he does not. Wow. What discipline he has. They should be saying, oh my gosh, I want to be like you. Another woman I was talking to on a coaching call, I talked to so many women on coaching calls, I'd have to sit and think of who it was, but she said, oh, I know who it was. I'm not going to say who it was though. But she said she went to her family's Christmas, and she said she ate, of course she ate just what they were eating, but then she dialed her diet back in. And she said, I guess her mom was eating a can of soup, and no big deal, right? And her mom said, do you want some soup? And she said, no, I'm trying to stay away from that. I just know it has a lot of sodium in it. And her mom looked at somebody there and said, I think she's getting a little obsessive about what she's eating. But yet her mom has type 2 diabetes and is taking shots and is trying to lose weight on shots, but eats whatever she wants. But her mom thinks that she has a problem over a can of soup, and her mom's taking shots and eating whatever she wants, having type 2 diabetes. See what I'm saying? But they look at the exceptional person and they say, wow, what is wrong with you? You're a little obsessive. I too have dealt with that. One thing that has happened to me is I have lost friends. On New Year's Eve, we planned to go out several years ago with some friends. And when Wade and I go out with friends, if we go out on New Year's Eve, you better know we are not eating celery and carrot sticks, as Wade likes to say. We are eating what everybody else is eating. We might have a beer, we might have, drinks, we might have steak, pizza, whatever everybody's having. And they said, hey, can't go. See y'all later. Just can't go tonight. I'm so sorry. So Wade and I were going to stay home, and I was dressed up and I said, let's just go. Let's just go out. So it was later than we had planned on going with them. We show up there, and there they are eating. I was like, that really hurts my feelings. And so Wade asked the guy later on a phone call, what happened, man? You guys were there. Well, I want to be really honest. My wife didn't want you to see what we were going to eat. And we didn't want to eat around you guys. I was like, wow, we never, like when we're out with our friends, we never, ever order salads or anything like that. We always make sure that we take a cheat meal because Some of our friends are rather large, and we do not want to make them feel uncomfortable at all. And so it just hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, it hurt my feelings. But it wasn't that we were considered weird because we are in shape. We're in shape. The other day, Wade and I are on a Facebook group for our hometown, Columbia, Tennessee. And because we were fit and we showed a picture of ourselves in regular clothing, we didn't have bathing suits on this picture. We were called swingers, and I mean, insulted by over 500 comments. So much so that the lady who ran the page of 90,000 people shut the entire group down for over 24 hours. I'm not kidding you. And she lives here in our hometown and she knows Wade. And she said, I don't know what to do. And she said, I have shut the group down. And inside the group, you can leave a message. This group has been paused. She said, the bullying and harassment has to stop. There was a client coming on, a local client. He canceled. He said he's not coming on our program because of this. It was nuts. And all around town, we go in the grocery store a couple times. We had people stop us and laugh that knew who we were. Oh my God, I saw that on Facebook, or I saw that on Facebook, what they did to you guys. And it's because we're different, and we just being different, it makes people uncomfortable. And something in me when I was young wanted to say, I need to tame it down a little bit and become more like everybody else. But the people that changed the world took so much criticism for being different. You got to think of the world changers, Martin Luther King Jr. Let's talk about performers. I mean, you could talk about Prince, weird, right? But so cool, right? You could talk about, gosh, who? Just think of all these people who have changed the world and done things differently and really touched our lives. And those people are not normal. They have their standards in certain areas, maybe not all of their standards, but their standards are different than everybody else. That's what makes world changers, right? People who change the world. They're different. They're not the normal everyday person who just is okay with being like everybody else. So that's what I want us to remember this year, that it's okay to be different. Sometimes even at 57, I have to remember it's okay to be different. It's good to be different. And it's best to be your best self. And I'm still finding that. I'm still trying to find it. Still trying to find who that girl is. And maybe some of you ladies feel like that. Like, I really jacked up my 20s and my 30s. And my 40s were, oh my God. And by the time I hit my 50s, I was like, I got divorced at age 50, 51, divorced. I was broke. I had nothing, owned nothing. And so from 51 to now 57, I'm just learning who I am. I didn't even know what color of nail polish I liked. I'm serious. I went in the nail place and I went to get my nails done. And I said, why do I always get this pink color? I do not even like this pink color. I didn't. I don't know why I was always getting this pink color. And I thought, why did I? And then I thought back, oh, this is the same color my mom always gets. And I was just getting what she always got. And I never liked it. But I was paying for it. Like I would go pay for it all the time. I get the same thing. And so then I sat there and I thought, okay, I'm not going to get the pink color. But what color am I going to get? And you know what I realized? I didn't even know what color of nail polish I liked. I don't know. I don't know. Didn't even know myself well enough to know what color of nail polish to even get. And then I realized I really don't like nail polish all that much. I really like just pink and white nails. What I'm talking about? I just mostly like those. And so anyways, yeah, I'm learning stuff about myself every day. So I love that we're on this journey together because I think so many of you ladies are finding yourself too. and you're holding that standard high and maybe even raising that bar for yourself higher than you ever thought you ever would. And I am so excited to see that. It just makes my heart just so proud of you ladies. When I see some of you, gosh, I have some of you have gone back to school. How cool is that? Going back to get a degree. Some women have started businesses. Some of you, like Michelle, have got engaged and are getting remarried or met the love of your life. It's all across the board, all these beautiful different things. And women reversing diabetes. I mean, Sarita came up with 5 medicines. How cool. Like, oh my gosh, raising the standard for yourselves. What a beautiful thing. And to go into this new year, I want you to remember that. I want you to remember if this is about 15 pounds, 45 pounds, or even 100 pounds, and blah, why are you really here? I think it's much more. And I think that we'll be more inspired to meet our goals this coming year if we look deep into ourselves and say, you know what? What is it in me that is driving me to be different? I'm not like everybody else. What is in me that is different? And just shine that up, ladies. Shine yourself up and just let everybody see how beautiful you are. I think it is a beautiful thing. Well, I hope you ladies have a wonderful evening and bring in 2025 and celebrate this year. And I always like to say, I heard somebody say it, and I used to think it was cheesy, but now I get older and I think it's great. We're aging like fine wine, baby. We're only getting better. And I hate wine, but hey. Anyways, I love you all. Have a wonderful night. I'll miss a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.